It's Week 5 of the NFL. And up next is this team's reigning league MVP. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. We're just moments away from the action. Next on Madden Football.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Greg Wild. First month of the calendar in the NFL. That's some great games, some finishes that were pretty special, the usual surprises. Now, we hit October, and like you said, this is where the season really gets going.
Yeah, doesn't it just feel like on the NFL calendar, every month kind of has its own vibe, right? It's September, you're just starting to figure out how good you are. You don't even know how good your own team is, let alone the rest of the league. But once the calendar page turns to October, things start to become a little bit more clear. We know the contenders. We know the teams that have a long road ahead of them. These October games go a long way to setting the table come playoff time later in the season.
He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
One of the best parts of the week, Mike, is when we have an opportunity to sit down and visit with these guys during the production meetings. And the thing that we both came away with was, while he was happy with the overall performance of his team a week ago, you could tell that lone interception left a bit of a bad taste in his mouth. He called that errant pass unacceptable. He doesn't plan on having too many of those in this one, and look for him to be a little bit more careful with the ball as he tries to get his team to another victory here today.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw, and the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by Tony Adams.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Plays going nowhere, taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll look to throw. Brought in by Chris Olave. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there. The sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
The Saints will punt this one away, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. The home team's offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. And This throw batted away and incomplete.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. What that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones. And if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And not a whole lot there, up to about the 25. Second down and 8. Back to throw. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. That one good for 29.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal is enough. First down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. It'll be first and goal. That's a gain of 28.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
He'll drop to throw. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Now here's second and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
And he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force fourth down. His kick is perfect. And his guys will take a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Saints offense ready to take over for their second possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with first and 10. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's second and 11. They put a receiver in motion to the left. They'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Jordan Whittington. Third and 6. They'll try to run for it.
There's no doubt that you appreciate the toughness he shows here, Mike. I mean, for a quarterback to put his head down and pick up some tough yards, his teammates love it. But I tell you, his coaches, they want to see him protect himself. Understand when
in trouble. Down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now a toss play, running left. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Played close quickly. Here comes 3rd down. And he's going to have to eat this one. And down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
He'll take this in back at the 16. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 80 yards. It's a touchdown. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
The extra point is up and through. And his guys are out to a 10-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. They'll go with a counter on 1st down. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Pressure gets there. And down he goes.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball, that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Oh, how about the coverage there? drop before he can get a return going. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Oh, he coughs up the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy. We'll see if they can dodge this bullet. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Saints offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Sending a receiver right. The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Dameon Pierce. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Here's 3rd and 2. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Going for it all. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. Riley Patterson now to add the extra point. He's got it. The Saints are on the board. It's 10-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally get him down. He gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw here is complete. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing right. It's taken in. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. There is a lot of room to operate.
Now, faking the give. That is intercepted.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. 2 minutes to play in the first half of a three-point game. Greg and I continue in just a moment. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the second down play. They'll throw out of the gun. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If this quarterback's offensive line had as much fight as he does, I don't think they'd be in this situation to begin with. I mean, it's not even halftime here, Mike, and they've already given up 6 sacks. At this rate, I'm not sure they're confident their quarterback's going to make it out of this game in one piece.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. To the right side here, pass is caught. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. He'll complete that to his fullback. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A gain of 24 through the air. And that will be a first down. Quick throw, that's complete on the slant. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. They'll look to throw yet again. And he'll take it on in. That's a touchdown. That's his 8th touchdown of the season.
We used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Here comes the return from a yard or 2 deep. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Saints offense going to take over just before the half. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll keep it on the ground here again. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we have a 10-point game here at halftime. As we send you to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report. It's all yours, Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And it's the Seahawks who are out front in the second quarter. Rashad Perryman, a touchdown reception. From there, we head up to the Motor City, check in on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Ladd McConkey, a touchdown reception. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. 2 touchdown passes there for Drake May.
And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense ready to get back at it. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout. Here's 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Off play action. He'll set up. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
He'll look to throw. Now here comes the screen to Pierce. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. And he'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
A run now on second down. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up. Back to throw. He'll get this one out to his fullback. They get 14 yards and set up first and goal.
Well, he had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the third, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
Ball sitting at the 7. First and goal. He'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 1, second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he may have come back a little bit. And now it is third and goal. It's now third and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. After that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this fourth down after failing on third. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Here comes a return from the 3. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with first and 10. Catch made right side. It's Johnson.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Working from the shotgun. He'll hand this one off.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Johnson. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
It's first down, and they'll run. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Olave is the motion man. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Johnson. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Got to get this to the 25. Here's third down. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet it just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late. It's probably a touchdown.
And he got half of what he needed from the 6 to the 3. Two plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on third and goal. And he will score! Game on! Touchdown, New Orleans. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense back onto the field. For their next possession, they work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And they'll mark them down just shy of the 40.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
2nd and 7. Defensively, it's knocked away and incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a little up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Terrific day throwing the ball, and the numbers now show it over 300 yards passing in this one. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. try again. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
That is caught. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch for the score. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Now, a 2-point conversion attempt coming.
The offense will line up for a 2-point conversion.
This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll start at the 2. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Turn and hand this one off. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another set.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's going to look for the home run ball. Oh, the defender able to get his head around and intercept it. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The home team's offense ready to take over once more. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we've got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
A loss of 7 brings up 2nd and 17 at the 47-yard line.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. This a must-stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long. Downfield, got him, and he's got it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Now a run, and it's their fullback with the carry. And he'll be taken down. Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. Here's a run. And he'll go down, back at the 4.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. They'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of the fullback. To the goal line and in for the touchdown. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
The PAT, up and good. And his guys will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This going to be returned from right around the goal line. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. Things not looking good. But see if we can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. And that is not going to work. Incomplete. And they turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop. This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here, you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit, because that one went nowhere.
And he's going to be taken down.
And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong, and he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
So the fans going to head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.